Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sometimes we are praying for breakthroughs, especially financial breakthroughs. Oh, the Lord promised us a breakthrough through some prophetic dreams, or a prophet tells you that God will bless you, and it took forever. It looks like the blessing will never materialize. But today you will understand why your blessing is being delayed, as the prophet Habakkuk says. It is there, it is delayed, but it is not denied. Just listen to the narrative of the report that the spies that Moses just sent out. The spies went out and they went and spied the land, and they came back and they told Moses it's a place that is filled with milk and honey, that is just abounding, plentiful and everything. But the place is also corrupt, meaning the plant life is corrupt, that you can see that a bunch of grapes is almost their size, and even the animal life is corrupt, that there is Nephilim, there is giants there, and we basically look like grasshoppers in their eyes. And now you think it's a negative report because you like the report from Joshua and Caleb that says, if God is well pleased with us, he will give us the land. But if you go and zoom in and listen careful what these 10 spies says, then you will see it's not negative, because they said it is a place that is filled with milk and honey. It's a place of plentiness, place of plentiful. There's just abundance. There is everything. But there is only one problem. Numbers 13:32. It is a land that devours its own inhabitants. What? Exactly. It is a land that devours its inhabitants. Meaning you are going to lose your spirituality. You are going to get all these material possessions at the expense of your spirituality. Because if you go and zoom in, right, and you look at how Israel lived in the desert, they were living in a spiritual abundance. They were always connected to the heavens. If they were hungry, they would eat manna. And you will hear what the prophet says. Men ate the bread of angels. At night, you know that the angel of the Lord will basically abide with them. So they were basically in the presence, in the camping around the Mishkan, which means Emmanuel. It means God was with them in the desert. Isn't that amazing? They were always in contact with the heavens and with the heavens atmosphere. But now, the Bible clearly says, the day they crossed the river, and when they crossed the Jordan River, immediately the manna ceased. The manna stopped. Do you understand? Which means you are going to get the land from what the spy said at the expense of losing your spirituality. Now learn from Joseph. The day God told Joseph and promised Joseph that Joseph will receive a blessing, like the moon and the stars will basically bow down, and all his 11 brothers, you understand, Joseph was 17 years old. It basically took Joseph 13 years at the age of 30. What the prophet is saying, Psalm 105, until Joseph was proven. Once Joseph was proven, God could trust Joseph with material possessions. Do you see? The reason your blessing is not materialized in an instant is because you are not spiritually ready. The blessing will consume you. It is a land that basically consumes its inhabitants. But blessed is the one who perseveres under trial. While you're waiting, and you are under the trial and waiting for the promise of God, the moment you stood the test, the moment you are proven, that is when God realized that you are ready to handle his blessings. Otherwise, if you want that blessing prematurely, the blessing will consume you. Thank you, and